Hello and welcome back to another episode of Going Sideways with Tenn.Drift. Today I bring you Amrissalam, or some of you may know as Ice. Just an all-around amazing dude. Got to hang out with him and chat about his history in the sport and just kind of coming over here from Indonesia, and was just an absolutely amazing person to chat with. So I hope you all enjoy. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of the Tenn.Drift podcast. I got Ice, or Amrissalam, here, and here to chat about quite a bit of things going on.
Well, first of all, I appreciate that, you say my name right, got that on point, and you say Ice too. That was really great because most of the people just know, yo, do you know that guy that drive BMW? Yo, do you know that guy with... I used to have like a silver E46 back then.
Okay.
I don't know if you know me that like a long time ago. So
I mean, I just got into the drift scene like 2018.
Well, I wasn't in drift scene. I was into like the stand scene and all that.
I was never in the stand scene at all.
Oh, I got you. Well, back in the day, I had a silver E46 with a red side view mirror.
Okay.
That's where everybody starts like, oh yeah, that's the dude with red side view mirror.
Yeah, and you just had that little stand, the thing that made you stand out from everyone else.
Yeah, kind of. And then it was low in the whole 9 yards.
Sure.
But I always want to go drifting.
Oh, yeah.
Know? So that's why I picked up that chassis. And then everybody starts saying, like, oh, yeah, that's the dude with weird Instagram names. Like, just want to make clarification. Call me Ice. Okay? Ice and Ice. We're good to go. There you go.
Fair enough.
Yes, sir.
So did the stance car scene bring you into the whole automotive car scene, or what got you into it?
So I didn't grow up in here. I grew up back in Indonesia.
Okay.
Growing up in Indonesia, I was always into cars. It was a moped back in the day. Yeah. So in Indonesia we have a
Did you have a stance moped? Because if so, I need to know how that works, and I want to see a picture.
Not a stance. This is what really got me into motorsport in general.
Sure.
So we have a weird school system. It's like 6 years of elementary school, 3 years of middle school, and 3 years of high school.
Okay.
So I started riding my moped when I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
And then the little thing that I know, that a lot of people race a moped for a pretty good amount of money. And we're talking about
these like 50cc or less?
About like a 125, 250 or something like that. So I started in that, and I always want to go fast. So I started learning everything. Like, it's just, I learned it from everywhere, from people and just doing it by myself.
Please tell me this was like MotoGP where you're just rubbing knee, taking turns.
No, it was just a straight line kind of thing.
Shit.
Yeah, it was just straight line kind of thing. It's like, you have, well, mine was like 115cc. Okay. And I board it up and stroke it up.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it was an actually competitive thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like true modifications going on with this.
Yeah, and then that's how I learned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I learned on all this sort of stuff. Like you have a CVT transmission, rollers, and all that, a whole 9 yard. Long story short, I got pretty good at it. I'm not saying like I'm pretty well known, but people know me of what I built back in the days. And then, on high school, we jumped into cars. Okay. On high school, I started messing around with 831 Nissan Sephiros.
I don't even know what that is.
It's pretty cool. It's basically, you can tell it's all the footwork is S13. Okay. So it's basically as S13 with 4 doors. Gotcha. It's like a Y33. Okay. Yeah, but it's a smaller version. Okay. It's like if you want to equalize, it's like BMW 3 Series 4 doors. Okay. From Nissan. Sure. Yeah, it's like RB20.
It's basically like an S13 sedan almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like RB20, and I messed around like GX71 Cressida. Okay. Square body Cressidas. A bunch of other stuff like that. Sure. So I start, helping my friends, build a motor, turbos, and, weld the diff, and the whole 9 yards. Yeah. I started from there. I got pretty good at it. So I moved, and then, long story short, the whole family moved here
Okay.
to straight to Nashville, Tennessee.
What? I guess my mind's trying to wrap around what connects Indonesia to Nashville, Tennessee in order to get the whole family over.
So my dad passed away,
Okay.
and then my mom actually grew up in here.
Wow.
She went to Hillsborough High School.
Holy shit.
Yes. So she is married again with her ex-boyfriend in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's fucking insane.
I know. So we all moved here, and then, I started my life.
How long ago was that?
About 7 years ago.
Okay.
So I started my life from zero in here. I don't have any friends. I didn't go to school in here. I mean, I went to college.
And you're not a likable guy at all. I mean, it's
yeah, exactly. Nobody liked me. I mean, I'm ugly,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I start working and going to community college and the whole 9 yard. And it was my first car, that silver E46.
Okay.
It was my first car. I had an intention to I want to go drifting.
Yeah.
But then at that point, I was like, I want something that nobody has. Everybody drive S14, S13, 350Z, you name it. Everybody drive E36. I was like, I want something that nobody has. You know what I mean? So I bought E46. At that time, I wasn't really kind of BMW guy, I guess.
Okay.
I wasn't really into deep BMW guys until I got an E46, and I start fixing it up and read forums, falling asleep every night reading forums, thread after thread. And I'm just like, holy shit, I bought the wrong car. I swear to God. I was like, because like,
oh, dude, you sound like me with my GTO. It's just like, wait, there's so much that can go wrong with this car, and everything's expensive.
Right, exactly.
What the fuck? Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, it doesn't have enough power. I mean, yes, it does have enough power.
But it's a bigger car.
Yeah, it's a big car. It's aluminum chassis.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit, I bought a wrong car. So it took me quite a while to realize, that I bought a wrong car, until I had a little incident. So basically, it was the first snow day somewhere. I forget what year was it.
Yeah.
But long story short, I hit a guardrail. I totaled that car.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I totaled that E46, and it was the 2.5.
Okay.
So I totaled it.
Yeah.
So I was like, but that car already stands out. It has wheels, coilover, the whole 9 yard, It looks okay back in the days, you know what I mean? So at that point, I was like, you know what? It's time to build a drift car.
Okay.
It's time for it. I started thinking maybe I want to get 350Zs, but my whole neighborhood got fucking 350Zs. You know what I mean? Like, I can go.
It's an incredibly common car to see.
Yeah. And I was thinking about like building something like hot hatch, like a GTI and all that, because I have the tendencies of I want some cars that I couldn't get in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, and then a good deal came up. A 3.0, another E46, a coupe with the gray with black interior. I was like, man, might as well I buy that. I'll buy that car and swap everything to this car.
Yeah.
Make it.
Okay, so you still actually had all the old parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that car wrecked was sitting on the side of the road next to my stepdad's house, he was really furious about that. Like, when are you gonna get this thing? Junk it or whatever it is. Like, give me time, please. So I bought that car and then start move everything to this new car.
Yeah.
Even I remember Brett from Clarksville back in the days. He was like, "Did you just paint your car? Did you just rebuild it?" I was like, "No, bro. This is a whole new car."
Yeah.
And everybody just like keep asking me, was like, "Why did you get another E46? Why?"
Like you yourself said, I have the wrong car.
Yeah, exactly. And I already said it to myself. I was like, I bought the wrong car. But then I was like, you know what? It's cool. Whatever. I'm not trying to be the fastest guy.
Sure.
I'm not trying to be the best drifter.
You want to have something that stands out.
Right. Because back in the days, like, nobody drive E46.
Yeah.
Nobody. So also at that time, I I broke up with somebody that I used to date.
Okay.
So at that point, I was like, yeah, I got to do something with my life.
Yeah.
So with a bunch of phone call and Facebook messages and all that, I met Brett from Clarksville.
Okay.
And he offered me, yeah, I can weld your diff. I was like, yeah, damn right. I'm coming. So I went there, I bought a diff, I welded it. It took me 1 year, almost 1.5 years to build that car.
Okay.
Because at that point of life, I have a lot of friends, but I didn't really have, I guess the drifters.
Okay. Yeah.
Until I met, I don't know if you're familiar with the name. I met Raymond Gonell.
I know.
Okay. At that point, Raymond Gonell was around. Matthew Wilcox was around.
I don't know him.
Matthew Wilcox he drives that Jackson Saxon
Okay.
one JZ 350Z.
Yeah.
So that was Matthew's car.
Okay.
And then there's a guy that he was from California. He is from California, and he was in here. And if you're really into cars back in the days, like the year of like Street Sweeper Gang and the whole 9 year, he was a guy from Royal Origin. So I mean, like, I'm from Indonesia, and I met this guy that I was just like, holy shit, I met that guy on the internet, and I met him now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was driving a 350Z welded diff. So I'm like, if they can do it, fuck yeah, I can, So I started driving a welded diff car for a while, and then start entering event and a whole 9 yard. That's what basically like really got me into drifting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I drove that car daily too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How much of a learning curve was it to swap over to the welded diff whenever using that thing daily?
The learning curve is not that bad, but I can guarantee you when you drive a welded diff, it really, like, I'm more patient nowadays. I can tell you that, especially in the rain. Like, usually when you're, 22, 23 in the rain, you're just
whip the car around, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to go 100 miles an hour. I'll go 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
With a welded diff, I'm going 65. You know what I mean?
That speed limit sign is making a good point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that doesn't sound that bad. You know what I mean? So I started, the learning curve is not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I daily that car for a while. And then I wasn't I'm into drifting and all that, but my whole goal was creating a car that I can do anything with it.
Okay, so you just kind of wanted a platform for you.
Right. So basically, this is another YouTube thing. I watched a YouTube video of a guy that owned 911.
Okay.
It was a 930 911. And he daily drive it. It had 1 million miles already.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he swapped like 3 different motors into it.
Yeah.
And he daily drive it, and oftenly on the weekend he trash it on the track, not drifting it.
Just like track day type of.
Track day. But this is like, I'm talking about like 80s 911 when there's no AC in the whole 9 yard. And I was like, I bet I can do that on my E46,
Yeah.
So I started doing that for a while. My E46 has been everywhere. Like every year I took it to Savannah. There is a European car show. Do you know what SOA is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so SOA started in Helen. I went to Helen every year.
Damn.
I went to Helen with that welded diff car every year. And then until they move it to Savannah. Savannah is far, dude. Holy shit balls.
It's a drive.
Especially
in a welded diff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it was...
How was it driving through the mountains?
Oh, it was great. It was great.
I fucking bet it was.
Yeah, it was great. So, yeah, I just took that car everywhere. It's to Savannah. That car has like 300-something thousand miles.
Damn.
Yeah, so no shit. It's blowing up right now.
I'm starting to understand why your car isn't mobile at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was really hooked into that concept of, you can have a car that you want to daily drive it and track it or whatever it is. And what makes me really like locked into that concept was this guy was a camera guy too.
Okay.
So he started going to event, taking pictures, and then he trashed that car. So he load everything into that 911.
Yeah.
He got like spare tires. He even has like
Oh man.
he even has like an arrow kit.
Yeah.
He can knock it down and load it in his car. I was like, holy shit.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, I was like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we start, I was really hooked into that concept.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like the old Nissan Z concept of have a car. It's like they wanted to sell you a car that you could take to the track on Saturday, to church on Sunday, and work on Monday.
Right, exactly. And then, I've seen a lot of people do that. And I've seen the only thing that really got into me, it's not about like, I've seen that on the internet. I've seen that on YouTube. My buddy named the guy that from Royal Origin, Chris Foreman, he drove to US Air, Wisconsin.
Okay.
With his 350Z with tires just strapped into back windshield. I was like, damn, if he can do it, I better fucking can.
Have you seen all the videos from Drift Week?
Oh yeah, definitely. I just discovered that. I was like, I've got to enter next year. I have to.
I think it's a pretty specific list. It's a very hard to get into.
Right. It's like invitational kind of thing. But I really love the concept.
Dude, it's like, and I mean, I think this was like the second or third year they've done it or something.
Oh, really?
But
I didn't even know that. I thought it was like the first year.
I believe it, from what I'd heard, it wasn't the first year they've done it. Gotcha. I think this was the first year they tried to make it a more of a make media out of it type of thing.
Right.
And like I've known of Drag Week for a while, which is what it's mimicking.
Right.
But yeah, just that same type of concept of being able to take this car that you're going to go trash at a track and drive it across the nation.
Right. I mean, it's so much fun. Like that's the concept about the car that I wanted, because I literally, I went on a date in that car. Some girls were like, what is that noise? I'm like, don't worry about it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That chirping tires noise. And, I took it on a date. I took my mom to get groceries whenever she wanted to. It was just a do
everything car.
Yeah, it was my daily. I mean,
yeah. Was that your only car you had at the time?
Yeah. Do I have the capability to buy another car? Yes, maybe no, but I'm like, you know what? It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because, when somebody see you on the street or on the interstate, I'm driving my car. Yeah. Not my daily. I'm driving the car.
It's like, isn't that his race car? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, exactly. That was the full concept. And then, I did everything in that car, man. Like, I really, really enjoy driving it.
No.
Not even, most of the people that drift, they're like, yeah, I really enjoy beat the shit out of it, but I can, bet you money. I'm like, all right, why don't we drive cross country with your drift car? I bet you money they hate this stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. And I mean, look how many people with their drift car have to trailer them to tracks.
Right.
Don't have AC, don't have heat.
Right.
Back seats tore out, sound deadening's tore out.
Yeah, exactly.
Exhaust is loud as fuck.
Yep.
Especially for anyone out there with a 350Z with a straight exhaust, I fucking hate you.
Oh my God.
You've done media. You know the pain.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, my car has full interior. I have Bluetooth. Every time I walk into my car, I connect to my Bluetooth, and I can play music. I can play, YouTube video, whatever it is.
I'm just waiting for someone to go out at a grassroots event with like 212s hard bolted into their back, into the trunk. Trunk lid gone, just out, not existing anymore, and just go around the track blasting music or some shit.
Right. I mean, I don't know, man. I remember Taylor Harden always say to me, and some people, even Raymond, say to me, you need a seat. That's why you can't control your car, because
you're sliding around.
Yeah, you're sliding around. I was like, all right, I don't want to give up my butt warmer. You know what I mean? I have a sports seat and I have a butt warmer. You know how nice it is when it's winter time, you cut your car on. Your car is not warming up yet, but your butt warmer is gonna warm up in 2 seconds. Yeah, exactly. And I really enjoy that. You know, I don't care.
Fair.
Yeah. A lot of people, it's like, man, you need a seat so bad. It's like, yeah, I know.
I could just imagine you at something like stupid cold where it's fucking 30-degree track day, 20-degree track day. You have your windows down. You just, unlike other people, don't have windows, so their windows are down.
Or plexiglass.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, you're just nice and cozy in yours. You got the butt warmer on.
Yeah, exactly.
Before you head out on the track. Hell, it might be on while you're driving. Who doesn't want a comfortable butt while they're driving on a racetrack?
Exactly. That's like, you know, another thing about people nowadays, man, a lot of people overbuild their cars. You know, I was in the last event. I
think a lot. I definitely think there's some guys that just are the for fun grassroots, never going to compete. That I'll agree with you on.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of people
now for like pro-am and everything else, they're building it purpose built.
Right.
But yeah, like there's definitely people I've met where it's just like, you look like you're trying to go pro drift car, but you're broke and never going to try and even compete in pro-am. So just like build your car so it's cheap to fix.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you can just keep on going out and having fun and keep this as a hobby.
Right. Well, a lot of people just don't really set their goals.
Yeah, that's
you know
fair.
What I mean, if you want to go drifting, you still got to set your goals. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Do you want to, you know, blow up like $1 million, have truck and trailers and the whole 9 yard? Or you just want to have fun with the boys?
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm more of like a have fun with the boys kind of person.
Yeah.
You know? There's one time I wasn't going to drive. It was at NSS. It was raining event.
Oh, shit. That sweeper is scary if it gets wet out.
I didn't even try that. So it was raining. I came there and I told Luis, I was like, I'm just going to be a media guy.
Yeah.
He gave me a vest. I was like, all right, I'm having fun, you know, shooting pictures, but it was raining. So I was like, you know what? It's raining. I ain't going to waste tires. You know what I mean? So I was like, Luis, how much, you know?
How much did you send right now?
How much is I enter right now? It's like, you pay this much, you know, you pay the entrance and pay the $100 for a driver, you'll be good to go. It's like, all right, shit.
Deal.
Yeah, deal. Count me in. So I was driving on that event with the camera bag probably inside my car with car that probably, it was Saturday, so probably Friday night I took it on a date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was like a perfume bottle just swinging around. I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? So I was just trying to have fun out there. And then I'm pretty sure on that event, like I broke control arm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
How do you handle that whenever it's the car that you drove to the event?
This is why I love drifting. This is why I love drifting. The community of drifting is just, they're so positive.
Yeah.
That I remember. So when I broke that control arm, I called my friend. He came in with a trailer. He's trying to trailer me back, but then he forgot to bring the ramp.
Oh, fuck.
I have a picture somewhere that I'm pretty sure a lot of people remember it. It was people like, it was people, all the people that was, you know, that was there just trying to help me to get my car on the trailer. I have a picture where my car is just like up in the air.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, people from Clarksville,
yeah,
Will, and a lot of people just helping me. I don't even know those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're just so positive.
And that's been one of my favorite things. And I've said it time and time again on the podcast of like meeting the community, especially that we have in Middle Tennessee for drifting, is like as soon as whether you are a spectator, a driver, media, like you're just welcomed with open arms and everyone is friends.
Right. I totally agree with you. Totally agree.
And it's weird though, because like I've heard a lot of people talk online where like, oh, drifters are such a toxic community. And it's like, maybe from whoever you're hearing about on the internet, and it's
Right.
probably just some douchebag that's trying to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, to be honest, I've never had a bad experience
Yeah.
with the community. Never in my whole entire life.
Likewise, and I mean, going out to all these grassroots events, I can literally sit down with someone, ask them for a beer or something to drink, and they just pop open the cooler, hand you one, and you can have an hour-long conversation. And
yeah, definitely. My last event on Beach Bend, I blew my motor right there.
Fuck.
Yeah, I blew my motor, but man, I haven't drive for a while, and that was my last event too. Like, I remember somebody. I was in McDaniel's. He came to me. I was like, "Hey, man, you think you have a air compressor?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I have an air compressor here. Just use it." You know, like that kind of sort of stuff. Like, you don't get that with drag racing community. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody want to borrow something on drag racing, they probably not even want to talk to you.
No, it's just like, hey, can I borrow that? No, I don't have it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's
like, don't even matter. It doesn't matter what you say. I don't have it.
Right. And then I love the positivity, like, from people, no matter either you suck at it, or, you spun out a million times, there's somebody out there that will shout at you. It's just saying, it's like, you're doing great, man. You're doing great, Nobody gonna say that on drag racing.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, nobody gonna say like you're losing on drag racing. It's like, you're doing great, man. It's like, no, you lost. You know what I mean?
And I mean, and 100% for what you're saying, because like I could imagine, like, I've never actually drifted a car on a track or anything. If I went out, couldn't figure out how to get it right, I bet I could talk to fucking anyone out there and be like, hey, can you ride with me and tell me what I'm doing wrong? And they'd be like, fuck yeah, I can.
Oh yeah, definitely. What's that guy name? Was it Zach? Was it Zach? Anyway, he drives that E36 Ford.
I think I actually know who you're talking about. Shit.
What's his name? Oh my god, I'm sorry, dude. If you're listening to this, I'm really sorry.
Oh, I'm the worst person ever with names. Yeah.
So anyway, he was at that event, and then Dustin Evans.
Oh, Dustin Evans. Hell yeah.
Dustin Evans.
He's going to be on the podcast here.
Oh, really? Yep. Hell yeah. So Dustin Evans, like, I remember in that last event, he wasn't driving, but he was just there. Yeah. Every time I came out from that track, he was just like, you're doing great, man. You're doing great. Like, just foot to the floor, or, like, when you come out from that sweeper, slow down a bit, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, I love that.
Dude, he is an absolute, just glowingly positive person.
Right. And then you don't get that on the stand scene.
Oh,
yeah. Track scene. I don't know about Time Attack. Never been. So
I don't think, I think Time Attack, from just the people I've talked to, they seem to keep to themselves a lot.
Right, because they have like strategies and the whole 9 year. Like, I'm like, yeah, no.
And I think it often comes with the cars in drifting are literally beat to shit half the time, just fun to drive cars. Right. It's not like you don't usually have the guy that's been doing R&D trying to figure out how to get, just shave that half second of a.
Right. Yeah. Because like on drifting, I can see, it's not.
And also age.
Right.
Because like the average person into drifting has to be like mid to late 20s at this point.
Not really, because whose dad was it? I remember somebody's dad just came in with G35.
Oh, I mean, there's definitely some older people I've known of that are drifting.
Right. Drifting itself is just, you're having fun with your car.
Oh, absolutely. It's a sport that you can't help but smile.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just, it costs so much.
Yeah.
Holy shit balls. You know what I mean? Like,
now, do you have anything modified for power wise in the BMW, or?
All right, we're talking about cars here. Oh my god. So it's a 2002 E46.
Yeah.
It's 3.0.
Yep.
Bone stock motor.
Okay.
I tune it a little bit, just looking around tables and stuff. People on forums popping up with the table. I was like, all right, I changed this, and this. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to follow his ass. change. And I adjusted the limiter. I mean, intake, exhaust, and headers. I mean, there's nothing, literally nothing
Like internal
Modified.
components, nothing. It's just bolt on a little bit.
Nope. Internal components has like 400,000 miles probably.
Fuck.
You know, drive the dog shit out of it
Yeah.
every time. Bounce it 7 grand red
Yeah.
line all the time. It's
Take off at every stoplight.
Yeah, exactly. It's set on CX Racing Coilover.
Okay.
eBay special. Love CX Racing. And it's been great to me.
I should try and get them as a sponsor. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'll email them, you know. They've been really great to me. Like,
Yeah.
I have had that coilover ever since that silver core.
Oh shit. So these are still the same coilovers off the old car.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people's like, man,
your stance coilovers that moved over to your drift car.
Exactly. And people was like, what coilovers you running? I was like, eBay special. You know? And I'll rebuild the rears. I mean, the rears was my own R&D.
Okay.
I have 16K springs, Swift springs in the rear, Camaro shocks in the rears.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea. A lot of people say, I mean, I've just heard somebody say it's like, oh yeah, you can replace E46 shocks with Camaro shocks.
Probably cheaper.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's $60. I was like,
Fuck yeah.
sold. You know what I mean? Other than that, it's just car. You know what I mean? It's gutted in the trunk.
Yeah.
In the trunk. It's not gutted in inside.
Yeah, so
I have.
you get to be comfortable, sit 5 comfortably inside.
Yeah, exactly. Even like.
Have you ever taxied people around in it for a drift?
Yes, I have. It was in Clarksville.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it was horrible. Because,
I bet.
you know, Clarksville was super like bumpy.
Oh, dude, it's
It
rough.
was horrible. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's welded diff. Ratio. The ratio is different. It's not a manual diff.
Okay.
It's out of like automatic 3.0 E46 diff.
Gotcha.
Axles. It's automatic axles. Other than that, it's like, of course, like bushings.
Yeah.
You know, I have like poly bushings here and there, but
And I'm sure a lot of it was just having to replace stuff because of the car's age and amount of miles driven on it were just shot as fuck.
yeah, exactly. It's just every time I have to replace a part, I'll look into it. All right, instead of replacing it,
Yeah, do I get the OEM or do I get something that's a little more race car oriented?
Yeah, exactly. But it will last longer.
Yeah,
you know.
usually.
So it's just over the time. I just keep throwing money.
Kind of a passion project at this point.
Yeah, something like that. You know, but it's just I don't know, man. I really, really enjoy driving that car. Not a lot of people. A lot of people just care about drifting. You know.
Yeah.
S14, 350Z, E36. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I really enjoy drifting too, but I really enjoy driving that car too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's been pretty good. 5-speed. That's about it.
Was yours a manual when you bought it, or
Yeah, it was manual. It was manual. That's why I bought it, because like it's literally everything that I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, like it's 3.0. It's not an M3
Yeah.
because I don't know. Like a lot of people, like, dude, with the amount of money that you've been thrown to your car, you could have got like 3 M3s. I'm like, man, M3s already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's already an M3.
Yeah.
You know, this is not an M3, and I'll trash it. It was so much fun. You know?
You don't feel as bad trashing your car as you would feel trashing an M3.
Exactly. That's what not a lot of people think about, you know? And what else? I mean, wheels, spacers, of course, a wide body.
Okay.
It does have a wide body. I got a little incident on NSS. Yeah, it was a story too. So, I forget. I think it was my 3rd event or something like that. I was driving on NSS, was having fun. You know, my car still looks clean. It was immaculate. Anyway.
Just ego filling up the car, just happy as can be.
Because it still looks like a stance car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks like a stance car. It's low on the ground, you know, big wheels, chrome, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
It looks great. You know what I mean? So I was driving and and then I went to a wrong line.
Oh,
I went
no.
to the tandem line. But then Raymond and David was like, yeah, you're good. I was like, all right. So we're driving. Raymond was up front, and It was followed by David, and I was being the safe guy. I was the third
Okay.
one. So, so we were driving on NSS on that exit right there.
NSS, the third person, isn't always a safe spot.
Well, I didn't know at that time, you know what I mean? So we were driving, and I was getting okay because before that, Jeff accidentally tended me and scared the shit out of me. I was driving, and then Jeff suddenly was
Baird. Of course.
Yeah, he was suddenly on my door. I was just like, wow. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like I was like, you know what? I have enough experience. You know what I mean?
Let's do this.
Yeah, so I was driving with them, and then Raymond car was a KA.
Okay.
David car was, SR was making X amount of horsepower, of course. So I guess after, on that exit right there, Raymond was going too slow.
Okay.
And David couldn't compensate it because he has such a big motor, such a big power.
He was just going full send.
Yeah. So he spun out. And I wasn't there at that time.
Okay.
So suddenly I looked at him. All right, either him or the tire wall.
Yeah, the tire wall seems a lot better when it's that option.
And then, so I was like, all right, I'll hit the tire wall. So I hit the tire wall, and then I didn't really care about it that time.
Sure.
So I would just keep lapping and lapping and lapping until I guess someone else say, I was like, dude, you need to pull out to the pit.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're just like falling apart. Apparently my rear bumper was falling apart and shit like that. I don't really care at that time.
You know how many people I've seen keep going with tail lights and a rear bumper falling behind them?
Right, but then usually that people is the one that drive the race car.
That's a good point. I forget about this being a daily driver.
Bear in mind, at that point of life, I use that car. I daily drive that car.
Yeah.
I take it on a date and all that. I used to do bagels delivery in that car.
That was your delivery car?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Every Saturday morning, I'll get up 4:00 in the morning and I start delivering bagels throughout Nashville with that car. So I will have, I don't know how many dozen was it, but I will have stacks of bagels in my back seat, So anyway, I pull into the pit, and then suddenly in the pit, it was just like a mob. People was there. People was just like, dude, your car, you trash your car. And I looked at it, it was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? I was like, oh fuck. Quarter panel gone. Door's gone.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, driver door's gone. I was like, all right, whatever.
I gotta play this off cool because inside you're probably just blowing up like, oh fuck.
I wasn't really, because
Okay.
I was just like, at that point, I was like, if you want to get into drifting, this is the consequences.
For sure.
So I was like, I'll eat it. I don't care. So that's where the wide body came from.
Okay.
And then, I fix it up and make it look okay again. Still delivery bagels into it. So it was pretty cool car.
Bagel mobile.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of times. At that point of life, I party a lot,
Okay.
drink a lot.
So 4 a.m. bagel deliveries, you were probably up anyway.
Yeah, a little okay. Like
You were sobering up at 4 a.m.
yeah. I mean, a lot of friends knows like Mason, Leda, and Matthew Johnson. They always go out to downtown with me.
Okay.
So we'll go Friday night. We'll go out, and then we'll go out Friday night and until 3:00, until all the bars are closed.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, all right, I'll see y'all later. I'm going to work. So I just pick up the bagel and start delivering.
Oh god damn.
Oh, dude, it was rough.
Dude, I could imagine that.
Yeah, it was rough.
I couldn't imagine if you went to a drift event on like a Friday and then you go party and then you go.
Oh, it happens before. It happens like
the level of exhaustion would have to just be horrific.
Oh my god, it was awful. There's multiple times where Friday night I'll go out and I have a date. We'll go out, we'll party, whatever it is, and then Saturday morning I have to work until afternoon, and then Saturday afternoon I'll go home and then load my car with all the spare tires and shit. You know, I just load everything up, and then
We're going drifting, boys.
yeah, exactly. And we'll go drifting. And I'm still wearing the same clothes on Friday night. You know, like I'll show up like looking good. I was like, "Where did you go?" I was like, "Don't worry about it." You know, so that's the fun that I've been having with that car. You know,
That's gnarly.
yeah, it was gnarly. It was. If I can do it again, that'll be lovely. But man, nowadays, whew,
Gotta
man.
take it a little bit easier.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it took me a week. It took me a week to jack my car up and put it on the stand. I just went.
Dude, I know that feeling though.
Yeah, I went to the garage, you know, light up cigarette and just, yeah, not today.
Fuck this.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, not today.
My LS1's been sitting out of the GTO for months now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I have a daily and
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that I hate about it. You know, like.
once you have a daily, it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't need to work on this right
Exactly.
now. You get rid of all the motivation with comfort.
Yes, exactly. Because back in the day, you know, like
I had to get this shit fixed, otherwise I couldn't get to work.
yeah, exactly. It's like everything that I've done on that car, it has to be like 1 day project.
Yeah.
1 day. Like I have to plan like 2 weeks before, you know?
Are all the parts here? Are absolutely all the parts here? I may need all the tools.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I can't run into, oh, I'm missing a socket. Oh, I can't reach this one point. I'm halfway in.
And then my stepdad doesn't have garage. So I always tends to have to you know, hit up that Facebook Messenger, you know,
Like, hey, who has a spot I can work on my car?
Yeah, exactly. Like multiples. I became actually a really, really good friend with some people that you know, starting from doing that, you know, just borrowing the garage.
Well, if you ever need to use my shop, just help me push the GTO out of it. You can wheel your car in.
Well, I have a garage now.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good now. But back in the days, like I went to Dixon.
Oh, fuck.
You know, I lived in west area of Nashville.
Yeah.
I drove to Dixon to fix my car, and then we planned it like 2 weeks before. You know, like that struggle, man. Oh man, oh my god. You know, like I don't have all the access for tools.
Yeah.
And another thing, because I don't have access for all those tools, I tend to have all the tools that I need in my car 24/7.
Yeah.
I hold it everywhere I go.
Dude, like I got so used to having toolkits in my old car just because I was just like, well, if my car ever breaks down, what if I'm in the middle of nowhere?
Right.
So I always have like 130 piece toolbox sitting in my trunk at any given time.
Well, that's you with your GTO.
That's me with my Buick even.
Right. But I was with my E46 welded div.
Oh.
So everything comes next. So suddenly I have 2 spares, a full 2 tons jack, you know, a full shop in there.
Yeah.
And
You lose a wheel, it's NASCAR pit stop. You get out, jack
definitely.
the car up.
Definitely. Like man, I felt so, I mean, I shouldn't, but I felt so embarrassed. Like most of the time, like I'll go to event,
Yeah.
you know, to like Clarksville, NSS.
Sure.
People pull up with their trailers and all that.
Especially like an enclosed trailer that's just like, oh man.
Right. Or even like, you know, they pull up with their friends and all that. So I just pull up by myself, unload every fucking thing from my car, and then trash my car, and then
drive away.
Yeah, and then suddenly everybody packed up, and I just have to pack everything.
Yeah, you just load
up.
everything into the back seat and passenger seat. And
Exactly, and it's a coupe, 2 doors. I'm like, oh
shit.
my god, can somebody load this for me? The struggle, I really enjoy the struggle sometimes.
I mean, it definitely builds you.
Right. So I can be ready for anything ever happen, you know, on the road. Like I can, you know, like swap a diff in the middle of the road. I can swap the axle in the middle of the road, which has happened before. I'm like,
But you can't swap an engine in under a week.
Man, damn, you got me there.
So you said you blew up the engine at Beach Bend?
Right.
Do you know exactly what's wrong with it? Is it like fully seized up now?
No. So what happened was, that car has been just sitting.
Yeah.
Because I have a wagon.
Yeah.
Another E46. You know,
I'm noticing a trend here for some reason.
well, it's just, you know,
You already know how to work on it.
Yeah, I know the car in and out. You know, I know all the issues. I have all the spare parts that I needed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a wagon.
Yeah.
It's dope. It's
Dude.
a wagon. You know,
Having that, you know, having a big hatch where you can just open it up and load shit in is the greatest fucking thing ever.
oh, definitely. Do you know Grid Life? Yeah,
Yeah.
you remember Grid Life Atlanta?
Yeah, I've only been once. I went last year.
Okay, so I went last year.
Yeah.
Grid Life Atlanta. I slept in a wagon. It was the best thing ever,
Dude,
man.
I slept in the Buick, which is a hatch, at Clarksville 2-day event for Labor Day.
Oh shit.
And at East 10 Round 4
Oh my god.
at Lanier.
Lanier? Okay.
I slept in my car at both of those events.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. Yeah, so I mean, I really enjoy the wagon. So that car's been sitting there for a while, and then Bitch Ben came out.
Yeah.
And I have one of my friends. His name is Matt Chester. He built cars.
Okay.
He has 50 cars. He had 50 cars probably, and he always built cars, this and that.
Sure.
And then he's been having 135.
Okay.
You know, like it's kind of new trends that people jumping to like an N54 BMW N54.
Dude, I saw someone running a 135 that was putting out 450 horse to the wheel.
Right. Yeah, it's like the new Supra.
Because I guess the new 1 Series are front wheel drive, but the older 1 Series are rear wheel drive.
It's all rear wheel drive.
No, I could have sworn that
Maybe the 2 Series off like a like a different market, not a US market. Some of them are front wheel drive.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, he always want to go fast kind of person.
Sure.
His 1 Series probably make 500, 600 horse. And then he suddenly came to me. We worked together, and he was like, "I'm doing drift event," and I was like, "What?" Yeah, I'm doing drift event in my 135. I'm bearing in mind 135 is only like what 2012, 2010, 2009. You know, it's still a kind of new car.
Yeah.
You know, it's still above 10K kind of thing. You know, it's not a trash car. But he was just like, "No, I don't give shit." You know, I want to.
Well, I mean, look at how many people you see out there in FRSs and everything.
That's true. That's true. I mean, but still, FRS is, you know, fixing FRS is not going to be as expensive as fixing 135.
Very true.
You know
Very
what I mean?
true.
So he was just ignited, man. He was just like, "I'm going drifting. Why are you not? You have a welded diff car already." Yeah. So right before beach bed, I started, you know, fixing my car, do the oil change, top up the radiator, and I call it if it's fixed.
Yeah.
You know, we're good to go. All right.
100%.
Yeah, we're good. I didn't even change the oil in my bed. Because I was...
Is that what led to its demise?
Probably. Because I was just like, I was going to change it on track.
Okay.
And then my friend...
So even though you have a garage at home...
I was just too lazy, man. I was like I said, man.
Fair.
After that heart attack, I had a heart attack back in, I don't know, 2000 something. So I went back to Indonesia. I went back home after 5 years I've been here. I went back home and I partied too hard.
Never.
Yeah, I partied way too hard. I drink too much Red Bull. I've done too much stuff. So I got I had a heart attack while I was home. My parents was furious. It's like, what happened? What happened? I was like, I had a heart attack.
So while you're in Indonesia, you're just caffeined out of your fucking gourd.
Yeah. Exactly.
And had a heart attack.
Well, because it was bad food. Not bad food. It's just I'm not used to it with their food anymore. And
so probably spicy as fuck food.
Yes. High cholesterol.
Oh,
sugar and the whole 9 yards. I had a heart attack there.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, I was really close to die. I drove myself to hospital too.
Holy shit.
Yes, I was like, it was Friday. It was Friday. So I was like,
that's how you normalize it.
Right.
It was a Friday. It's okay.
I mean, it was Friday afternoon, so I was like, I gotta get it done. I want to go party tonight. You know what I mean? So
My chest really hurts and I can't really breathe or think. I should probably go to the hospital so I can go out later.
exactly, that's what's on my mind. Exactly. So
I really wish I had video on this podcast right now.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Well, it was Friday and my chest hurt. I puked multiple times already. I had diarrhea, and then the night before, I got in a fight in the club. It was a whole fun. It was.
When are we hanging out?
Well, it was just like a boys' night kind of thing. Like we were just,
You were fucking trashed. It sounds like.
So, afternoon, I start, driving myself to the hospital, and I was like, as soon as I get to hospital, I was like, man, I think I can't go out tonight. It's gotta be.
That's what's on your mind.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I don't think I can go out tonight. They're probably gonna hold me for like a day, probably.
Yeah.
So I started smoking cigarette outside. Started smoking cigarette, and then I walk in. Like on the front desk on a hospital, usually.
Like I can't feel my right arm, but.
Well, they usually ask first. May I have your ID? May I have your insurance card? The whole, the whole thing.
Sure.
And I was just like, man, I don't have Indonesian ID anymore. All I have is a passport, is my Tennessee license. Can you do something with it? And they were just like, well, I guess they looked at me and I just looked so bad. So they was like, just sit down in there. Apparently I passed out in there.
Oh, fuck.
So I woke up in the ER.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I woke up in the ER and the doctor just say like, "Oh, you had a heart attack." I was like, "What?" Yeah, so I can't. When do you think I can come out? Because I need to go home.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What do you mean go home?" I'm like, "Well, I need to go back to Nashville because I think my flight was Tuesday
Okay.
and I had a heart attack on Friday. So long
So
story.
you made the Friday part clear.
Yeah.
Because that was the night to go out that you were inconvenienced by a heart attack.
Yeah. So anyway, a week after that was my birthday.
Holy shit.
Well, I was trying so hard because my stepdad said it. He was like, I don't want you to celebrate your birthday at home.
Yeah.
Because I know what he's thinking. He's probably like, you're going to go too wild, whatever it is.
I wonder why he had that mindset.
Yeah, but then all the stars line up. Like I told my family, I was like, well, I can't go home. The hospital wouldn't let me go.
Yeah.
And then we rescheduled the tickets after my birthday. Long story short, my birthday was August 20th. I got out of hospital August 18th. I went straight to the club.
Oh my God.
I have a video. Yeah, I went straight to the club. And then on my birthday, of course, like my friends like kidnapped me, put me in the car, and then we just go straight to the club. And my dad looked at me. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I was like, well, I mean, I have no control of it.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, after that heart attack, man, I've been super lazy. Not super lazy. It's just like
Demotivated.
I guess my physical condition is kind of like going down a tad, from sleeping at 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. Now, like 9 o'clock, yeah, it's bad time. You know what I mean?
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 26.
I think I ran into that at about 28, 29.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what led into it was Beach Band event was, I was on top of it, man. Car feels great. Tune was great.
Yeah.
If you remember, were you there?
I was not. I don't think so. Which event was this?
Beach Band.
Which Beach Band event?
Import Alliance.
Just this last one that happened?
Yeah,
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. So if you remember, the weather was just so good.
It was.
So my car performed really, really well.
Yeah.
So I was just hitting.
I probably have photos of you that I haven't sent to you.
Yeah. So that big sweeper, I was just so full of confidence, just hitting that big sweeper. Bear in mind on E46 on the E46 the motor is M54.
Okay.
On the 3.0 model, if you rev it over 6,900, the oil pump nut tends to lose itself.
Oh no.
Yeah, and you'll lose oil pressure.
Yeah.
And then that's game over.
Yeah.
So I remember one time in the middle of my run, my oil light came on.
Oh fuck.
But I didn't hear anything. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, just keep sending it.
Yeah, so I keep sending it. I just had so much fun, man.
Yeah.
So after that, around afternoon, I decided, you know what? I want to stop. I want to stop a little bit and head back to the hotel because they have a night drift. You know?
Yeah, they went pretty late.
Yeah, I was like, man, it'll be so cool to drifting at night. So I decided to stop and go back to my hotel. On my way back to my hotel, I was doing like 80, like just cruising, and then suddenly, like, I just heard some weird noise, and the car just feels weird.
Shit.
Yeah, the car just feels.
I was gonna
weird.
say I didn't remember a BMW blowing up at the track, so I'm like,
yeah,
I feel like I would have remembered seeing that happen.
It wasn't on a track; it was on the interstate, and it's just like feels weird. And it just clicked in my mind. Holy shit, I'm losing oil pressure here.
Oh man.
Yeah, because it just feels heavy. So
Yeah.
I just cruised it back to hotel, and I just, like, all right, it's blew up. So we trailered it back home. And it took me like quite a while too, because I know it blew up already.
Sure.
So I was just like, whatever. I have a wagon. I don't really care about it. So until one day, one of my really good friend called Dagden, he's one of my best friend. Like, we get really close just because E46.
Sure.
That's why I love E46 so much. I made so many friends of that.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. So he was just like, all right, let's tear it down. I just want to see what happened.
Yeah.
So we tore it down. It turned out the chain guide,
Okay.
it's a plastic. Of course.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
It's shattered.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so it's
I was assuming you were gonna say warped whenever low oil, probably heating up.
No, so basically I lost oil pressure from all the plastic that shattered, and it was all stuck up on the pickup tube.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So apparently, like, I should have changed the oil. I should have changed the oil on the track because that oil probably has, I don't know, every time the oil light came on.
Hey, plastic's made of oil, so
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's the big deal? No.
I mean, every year I'll go to like Savannah. I didn't change the oil. I'll go to Drift event. I didn't change the oil. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was just, oil light came on, low on oil. Stop it off.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, just due to the fact that this was your daily for so long.
Well,
And
I was-
were you actually changing the oil more commonly when it was your daily?
Not really. I mean, it leaks oil. You know what I mean? When it leaks oil, all right. When it leaks oil, you know it has oil.
I completely agree with you. What you're saying is factual.
Right.
However, changing oil helps get out any fucking shit that gets into the bottom
Right. I probably
of your
changed,
oil
like,
pan.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
I changed it this year. It's good.
Yeah, I was that kind of guy. Yeah, I was that kind of guy. I mean, yeah, I changed it like probably like,
And you're driving it all over. You're
Yeah,
driving. You're putting what 10, 15, 20,000 miles on the car a year.
I probably put like 25, 20.
Did you at least run good oil?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's Rotella T6.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love Rotella T6. Thank you for.
I was expecting you to just be like, yeah, AutoZone brand. It's great. It works out well.
I try to not cheap out on like car parts because I learned that in the hard way.
Oh yeah, it's very common that cheap parts are cheap for a reason.
Right. I learned that in the hard way. It's just, why do you want to buy cheap parts where, it's gonna cost you more money? More money, it's okay.
Yeah, but time.
Time. Oh my god, changing control arm. Holy shit, my back hurt.
I bet.
Yeah, my back hurt. No, I can't do it anymore.
Oh, dude, like I remember, like there's a guy I'm friends with in the neighborhood that he's a big time drag racer, and I was asking him, I had to buy a part for my Cruise at the time, and it was a 2013 1.4 turbo Cruise, piece of shit. Love the car, it was a piece of shit, but
Really?
it was just like, Actually, no, wait, this was for the GTO because I was looking at getting a steering rack. I was like, should I get a rebuilt one or get one of these just no name brand ones?
Right.
He's like, how many times do you want to replace it?
Right.
Just get a fucking new one that pay whatever it costs, get a new one and put it in. So that way, hopefully we just have to do it once.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I learned that in the hard way. Like I said, tires, of course, cheap tires. Don't ever get. I mean, for Bernies, yes, it's okay, but don't ever drive on cheap tires, especially on daily. You don't want.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you don't want to.
Don't daily cheap tires. Drift cheap tires.
Yeah, drift cheap tires. Yeah, you got that Amazon. Amazon Prime. You use that shit. You know what I mean?
Visit all your local used tire shops.
Yep. Shout out to Hugo. Oh there is a tire shop on Murfreesboro Road. It's called Hugo Tire Shop. Man, they've been really great to me. They've been really fucking great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, on the I think it was like a Beach Bend. So Beach Bend, we have total. All right, if we count a set is a pair.
Yeah,
we have probably 10 sets of wheels and tires that we need to put on or swap or flip, whatever it is. We have 10 wheels to 10 pair. Not 10 pair, but yeah, around there.
I might have to get some extra wheels off you.
Well, yeah, you might.
Because it's actually the same bolt pattern, I think.
Oh, yeah, 5-1-20.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. And that, man, they're just like, all right, $500, I'll do it all.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, $500. Holy shit, that's super cheap. You know what I mean? It was like crazy amount of tires and then flipping and we bought like probably like a 4-pair or something like that. I don't even remember anymore. But they've been super great to me. I just want to mention that.
If you ever want to run some badass 5-spoke 17-inch GTO wheels.
Now I know where to go.
Man. Yeah. I've never actually seen someone with a BMW run GTO wheels, but I've seen GTOs run BMW wheels.
Yes. Long time ago. I remember what's his name. I don't remember, but there's a guy on Kentucky that runs M-Pars on the GTO.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I'm trying to remember who it was. Someone had a Corvette and they were running BMW.
This Corvette has the same wheel pattern? Really? Man, I didn't know that. Everybody switched to Corvette. Oh my god,
dude! Corvettes have become so fucking common in the grassroots drift scene. It's unreal.
No,
it makes me want a C5 so bad.
And because it's cheap, right?
Like 12 grand, 11 grand.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's a drift car. Like you weld the diff or don't weld the. Like it's a fucking locking diff.
Right. Yeah.
So you just fucking send it. Yeah. Especially, I guess it's probably the C. Maybe the C5s. Like maybe the C6 had the LS2. But if you can find an LS2 Corvette,
right,
you're looking at 400 horse from the factory.
Man, my money's not there yet, man.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But I'm just like, you already have almost a 50-50 weight.
Right.
I think the biggest issue is they just have so much fucking grip.
Right. Yeah.
So realistically, you'd want to take some grip out of the car.
Right.
Like throw some skinnier rear tires on, get some 245s or 235s or something.
But I mean, still, Corvette is just, man, that thing has so much power. Like,
they're sweet.
Like I remember,
and they sound so good.
Yeah, I remember like what Marco.
Marco.
Yeah, Marco is just ripping that big ass repo on NSS. Just like,
fuck yeah, just
like,
sends it.
Shit. Yeah, I was like, man, I want a Corvette, but like I said, my money's. I mean, well, another thing is like my money's not there yet, and another thing is like Corvette is a race car.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I said, like I want something that
is more unique for you.
Yeah, more unique. Nobody drive it, and I want to enjoy it to driving it too.
Just drift. Yeah. Okay, get a Challenger or Charger.
Oh my god. I don't think I wanted. I wanted Challenger.
You'd be unique in the drift scene.
Oh God, yeah.
For the worst reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Mopar.
Yeah, Mopar, no car, baby. But yeah, that's probably like how I get into the drift scene and all the whole 9-yard. Like, and another thing about that particular car and the particular chassis, I just made so many friends.
Oh, dude, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, and like it's so common that you see like BMWs and like there's different cars that you see people get like will instantly form a group just because they all have the same car.
Right.
350Zs, I've seen that happen. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Or G35s lately. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then, you know, it's a European car, so you get the comfortable of it.
Yeah.
You know? And
I mean, it wasn't a cheap car to begin with, so they come pretty well.
well, the drift tax is not cheap anymore. I mean, you can find E46 for $1,000 nowadays.
Yeah.
But now, like,
anything rear wheel drive, the price has just been jumping up on.
Exactly. Anything with rear wheel drive.
Dude, I saw a $3,500 S13, I think it was.
S13?
On 240SX group earlier today. And people are just like, this isn't going to last for long. Someone was going to buy this shit right up.
Yeah.
Because it was like semi-clean and like, I think he said running, first gear works, second gear kind of works, third gear or reverse doesn't work. And people are just like, get it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't hate people that, you know, like trying to buy an E46 and drift tax the shit out of it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like, I mean, yes, 350Z is the new S chassis.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. But
well, actually, fuck that and the G35s.
Right. That platform is the new S chassis. You can find that for $3,000 nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, you make 200 something horse.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, if you want something that, you know, it's not out of style, you want to take it on a date.
If you want that all-purpose drift car.
Yeah, you get a BMW, man. I've seen somebody on at California. He was drifting E46 wagon. I was like, man, I have a wagon in my garage right now. But I was like, yeah, don't do that. No.
I can totally see you as one of those guys that goes and buys one of those old turbo Volvos and just drifts the shit out of it.
I thought about it. I thought about it. I thought about it. Definitely. But I'm just not comfortable and familiar with Volvo.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like on BMW, you get...
They're both European. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean...
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know, man. Like, it's just... Everything is just shit on BMW. Yeah. No joke. Like, all the plastic radiator, plastic... what is it?
Why do you think everyone LS swaps them?
Yeah, like...
And 2J swaps them.
I know, right? And here I am. It's like, you know, I'll put another motor in it.
Get a 1J.
Man, I thought about putting an SR in it.
I don't like that one. Get a 1J.
Really? Because...
Dude, I feel like SRs have gone out, so like have hit a fiery just fallout.
Really?
Because everyone's figured out how much power they want. And I'm sure part of this has to do with horsepower wars of people chasing after 500 plus, 600 plus horsepower. And like SR, like I just don't see reliable SRs at 400 horse or more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really familiar with SR, but I just love like 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
I mean,
and SRs sound good. Like I love the sound of them.
Oh my God. What's his name? Steven Vogler.
Yeah.
Steven Vogler SR. Holy shit. That thing sounds so good. He's just bouncing in red line, 6K, 7K RPM. I was like, oh my God. He was entering at like 120 on NSS. I was like, oh shit, dude. You're about to give me another heart attack here, you know? But yeah, I thought about putting SR, JZ, or LS, but I just don't want to defeat the purpose of the car that I can take everywhere.
I feel like a 1J wouldn't do that.
I mean, everything would with the right amount of money.
True.
You know what I mean?
And you have a daily.
Yeah, but I don't want to figure out like making AC compressor bracket.
You don't have to put AC in it. You have a daily.
Well, I want to.
You want a date car.
Have you ever watched a what is that channel? Not Motor Trend or something.
What, Smoking Tire or some shit?
I don't know. Anyway, he drove his race car all the way to Alaska. You damn right I want to drive my car to Alaska. I want to do all kind of stuff like that.
You can keep heat in it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do the trip in the wintertime.
I'm thinking about LS swapping it, but who knows? We'll see. I'm probably just gonna throw another motor and have fun.
Just go chat with John Elrod, see what he did to get his LS swapped.
Yeah, I might. We'll see. Maybe this podcast will change me.
Like, there's so many people I know are just so fucking hateful on the LS swap.
Right.
Because so many people have done it now.
Yeah.
But so many people have done it because it works.
Well, yeah, it works.
And it's cheap in comparison to, it's cheap horsepower in comparison to almost everything else.
Right. It's just, horsepower war it's not really my thing.
But if you get a 5.3, you're going to be at 280, 300 horsepower.
Right.
It's nothing, it's not like it's going to be unstreetable.
Right.
And it is very usable horsepower.
It has a good amount of torque.
Yeah,
too.
plenty of torque. It's a truck motor.
Right. Yeah, and was it iron block?
Yeah, the 5.3s are iron blocks.
5.3s iron blocks. Yeah.
There is a 5.3 aluminum block, but they're not nearly as common.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was the Trailblazer SS might have had it or something.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah, maybe. I just want something reliable because, like...
Yeah, I'll sell you my LS1. We'll talk after this.
All right. Well, because, like, I want to be able to drive my car with the spare tire inside, and just drive somewhere, know? Like, keep drifting fun of no. I mean, I've watched a lot of keep drifting fun videos.
Tons of KDF stuff out there.
Yeah, where they just travel around.
Yeah.
Like I want to enjoy that kind of thing, like.
See, just to back up my 1J point, Drift Week, that Mustang.
Oh, yes.
2J swapped Mustang.
Yes, I saw that. Yes. That thing looks so good.
With AC.
Yep. Full interior.
Actually, wait, no, they didn't have AC. That was his one regret.
Oh, really?
I take that back. Yeah.
I
had full interior, but he didn't have AC.
That blue Mustang, right?
Yeah, it was like black and blue or whatever.
Yeah, full livery and thing like that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he did not have AC. That he was like, because it was a 30-day build.
Did you see Luke Fink score? That G35?
I didn't. I saw quick shots of it. I didn't see anything of the interior.
Bone stock car, G35.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, just G35 on coilovers and
a welded diff, probably.
Yeah, welded diff. He took his wife and 2 kids in it. Travel around.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, well, Adam LZ has like JZX.
Yeah.
Other people has like fully built car and all that. Like, I'm that type of guy. You know what I mean? Like, if
I'm an essentials.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, you got horsepower, cool, man. You know, like, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I get passed on the interstate all the time. Like, it doesn't really bother me about horsepower. I just want something reliable.
Sure.
Because when you have something that is not reliable, you're cutting the fun time.
Absolutely. And I mean, realistically, for drifting, for life, everything, time fucking matters.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
It's the one resource we don't get back.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I totally agree with that.
If you can have more time, more seat time, more time doing what you want, the actual time that you're enjoying,
right?
Why not fucking do it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's
which is why you get a 5.3 that doesn't break.
Oh my God. Dear God. Yeah, but here's the thing. If I have a 5.3, that car is going to run like probably 5 years. You know what I mean? It's going to take me 5 years to build that car.
Would it?
Yeah, because when you build something like, all right, you put a 5.3. Oh yeah, might as well put a cam. Might as well put this.
No. We want it to be streetable.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't cam it. You're not looking for horsepower. You want reliability.
True. Yeah.
So you spend 6 months and then you have a car that lasts you 5 years without working on it heavily.
I mean, I need to move first probably because I'm in Davidson County.
Yes, that's not going to work.
Yeah, I know, right. That's not going to work.
Murray County, no emissions, no safety.
Right, no OBD scanner kind of
thing. Nope. $54 every year for your tags and you're done.
Oh my God. I think it was like a 96.
Yeah, I don't have to get emissions. I don't have to get safety check. I don't no OBD2. I just go to the county clerk. Here's my money. Give me my tags and buy.
Nice. Oh, man. Maybe if I move, I'll hit hit you up like, hey,
We'll be best friends. It's cool.
yeah, you remember that LS2 that you offered the other day? No, it was 2 years ago. Yeah, I want to take that over.
It's in my car right now. Yeah, I want it though.
Yeah, but as of right now, the car is down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I sold the wheels. A lot of people. I'm bored with that wheels. You know?
I got you.
Yeah, I sold that wheels.
I've seen the stickers.
Oh yeah, the whole livery thing.
Yeah,
it was
that's sweet.
It was okay. Because a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people just swapping wheels,
Yeah.
putting body kits. I'm just like, man, I don't have enough money. I don't have that much money, but what can I do to make my car a little bit pop?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I designed something and talked there, here and there, and then we agree on price, and then it was this much. I was like, great, let's do it. So that's where everything happened. And all the stickers, all right, I just want to tell you all this. Sometimes you can get free stuff. I just want to tell you all this. Be positive. So if you pay attention on my car, there is a bunch of stickers on the side skirt.
Okay.
All the stickers, I got that for free, straight from the company.
Nice.
Just because I made phone call. I basically just called them. I was like, hey man, I bought da 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 5 years ago. Would you mind sending me a sticker? I literally just did that. And they were like, yeah, we'll send you a sticker. I swear, man.
That's fucking legit.
Yeah, I was like, I hit a PBM, I hit like ECS, I hit like Hardware Motorsport. I hit like a lot of companies. Like, yeah, so I bought this 3 years ago. I bought this, da 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 da. Could you send me a sticker, please? And I was like, yeah, we'll send you a sticker. Yeah, sure. I think Turner Motorsport sent me like a pack full of stickers. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Deal.
Yeah, so impossible is nothing. Very great.
Impossible is. I want that to be your new slogan. Impossible is nothing.
Yep, exactly. Because I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, I'm trying to kind of look cool.
Yeah.
You know? Because
You gotta stand out.
yeah, everybody looks cool. Everybody have like hot boy wheels, you know, kit, low to the ground.
Yeah.
My car has been look like that for close to 3 years. I mean, I
Okay.
add lip and side skirt in here and there.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want some more. You know? So that's that.
So I do want to go back to earlier, another story that you had mentioned. What's the asthma story?
Asthma story? Well, I just had asthma ever since all right, so don't try this at home, please. Because back in Indonesia, we don't have smoking age or drinking age.
Yeah.
So I started having asthma when I was like a third grade. And it was just, my asthma is way worse than today.
Okay.
It used to be way, way worse than today. Like I could be, you know, sitting down and suddenly have asthma attack and I have to go to hospital.
Shit.
Yeah, it is when I was a kid until 7th, 8th grade. I started riding moped and stuff. I started, you know, knowing stuff. So I started smoking cigarette. Out of no fucking where, my asthma is just getting better. I have no idea what. I have no idea what it is. Like it's
When
just,
you go from second hand to first hand.
yeah, I was just like, man, it works. I was like, all right. And so ever since then, I've just been smoking cigarettes, and my asthma is just like keeps steady, just right there. Not getting worse, not getting better. So I'm just like, all right, I'll maintain it. You know.
Shit.
I mean, yeah, I was pretty daredevil kind of guy. You know, I had a heart attack, this and that. But oh well.
What's the
whatever.
dumbest thing you've ever done in a car?
In the car? The dumbest thing? Have sex, probably. Having sex, probably the dumbest thing ever. It's a coupe. It's not great to have sex
Yeah, that's
inside
fair.
of it, you know? Don't try that. Man, I've never done anything dumb. I mean, drifting is dumb enough for
Yeah,
me. You know?
it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, not in considering like the money, you know, point, but it's dumb. You just slide around shit.
I mean, anything can be dumb if you explain it like that.
Yeah. Well, the dumbest thing I've probably done, I think it was Mammoth Cave. So near Mammoth Cave, there is a campground.
Okay.
So I was camping there, and then the road between the campground to go to Mammoth Cave, you have to go through gravel road.
Okay.
And I was on my E46.
welded diff at the time.
Yeah, I thought I was Colin McRae.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was doing jump over crest over. It was dumb. I blew the rear shocks. It was a bunch of gravel that I was taking off. I cracked like there's a bunch of cracks on my chassis. I just like spot welded probably. I don't give shit about it. I was like, yeah, it works.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I've had you on here for a little bit now. Is there anything else that you're hoping to chat about?
Not really. I mean, we've been here for a while, so I mean, thank you for the invite.
Absolutely,
I felt
dude.
so honored. I felt like, man,
dude, this has been a great fucking episode. Holy you acted like you had nothing to talk about, and you've had some of the greatest fucking stories I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that because, like, you know, I didn't grow up in there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just.
Who gives a shit?
Well, yeah, but I just want to tell you a story that I didn't have anybody in here. And I'm always like that friends type of person. Like, you know, I always have friends around me.
Sure.
So it feels great to, you know, when somebody, I mean, getting notified, you know, like when somebody started noticing you, like, I feel great.
Absolutely.
It feels awesome. Oh, yeah. Another thing I want to mention, hit up my Instagram to buy that sticker.
Hell yeah.
The slap sticker. It helps me to put my car back together. Thank you so much.
You better fucking work on.
Yeah. It's only $5, you know.
Well, I thank you very much, I/Amrissalam, to be on
thanks,
here.
Man. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
It was awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, thank you.